Let's bring in from the American College of Preventive Medicine, Region at Large, and public health physician Dr. Pernell to talk a little bit more about this. And first, on the why, what would you say is that why are we seeing this more and more in the news and now in the data?
You know, Connell, we don't have an exact answer, but we have suspicions or ideas about what might be driving this increase in early onset cancers. We know that in North America, in Western Europe, and also in Australia, we're seeing a rise that might be linked to less physical activity, so more sedentary lifestyles, a diet is high on ultra-processed foods, and perhaps there's something in the environment. There is some toxin that people are being exposed to that has contributed to this rise in early onset cancers.
Now, what to do about it? I mean, are we getting it right where we are on ages in terms of where women should be getting mammograms, where people in general should be getting colonoscopies? I mean, I think, down to 45, right, on that. I mean, that's something people should be looking at. Should it even go lower than that, do you think? Or what do we do about this?
We have to remain vigilant around the data, and we have to look through a health equity lens. What we know is that certain populations across different racial and ethnic groups bear a disproportionate burden of the risk. We see colorectal cancers being evidenced at earlier ages in the African American population, so that pushing that age limit back down to 45 really has been helpful, and perhaps we may even go lower. There were a lot of debates around what should be the mammogram age, and right now the consensus is 40, so we are following the data trends.
Yeah, I know Michael Strahan made a lot of news on Good Morning America with his daughter and the appearance that he made earlier in the week. And now his daughter Isabella, this People.com headline, she is freezing her eggs. Is maybe something other, that people are thinking more and more about as well. She's only 19 years old, but brain tumor surgery, as you see there, it's a tough situation for a lot of people. She's only 19.
Very, very tragic. My heart and my prayers go out to her. But again, this just resonates so broadly across the field around why are we seeing a spike in cancers in folks who are under the ages of 50. While brain cancer are not the types of cancers that we're seeing the brunt of increase in, we are paying attention to gastrointestinal cancers, to breast cancers, pancreatic cancers, and even uterine cancers.
Last thing is a different topic. We'll have one question about it. It was a story that came out early in the week. There's a movement in California to ban youth tackle football, right, for young people, for kids. And, I'm just curious from a health perspective on that. I mean, how dangerous do you think it is? Is it something that should actually be outlawed? What's your doctor's view on it?
So we in public health have been sounding the alarm about this in the last several years because of the accumulating data. The CDC has come out with a very strong recommendation and advisory that those under the age of 14 should not participate in tackle football, should rather do flag football because of the risk of repeated head injuries or trauma and how that might impact behavioral changes, the incidence of things like anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation, and even what may later in life like CTE.
Yes, we've seen so much with professional players. Dr. Pernell, thank you. We'll be right back.